Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This video is going to be a very interesting one. Just before making this video, I was in Washroom and I thought to play a Blitz game. And when I just clicked 3 minutes Blitz in Lichess, I found someone who is Woman Grandmaster. Her username in Lichess is Claudia Nick, and her original name I googled and I found is something Bogumil Tatiana, and she is a woman grandmaster from Russia. She is 66 years old and her peak elo was 2300 FIDE, and currently she is around 2000 FIDE. I will analyze the game. I will say you the peak moment and the critical moment, and hope we will have fun. Now without further ado, let's get it started. So game started. I played d4, knight f6, bishop f4. So I wanted to go for London system, but she immediately striking me in the center like kind of Indian defense. Now I could have taken this pawn, but this is not good for white, so I just pushed it. Black replied with d6, c4 supporting the center, b5, and she is striking me through the flank in my center. Now I could have taken this pawn, but maybe then with check it could she could have taken my pawn anytime. So I thought this is not good, and this my central pawn will be also weak. She could have brought her bishop here and attack this one. At the same time, I wanted to push this pawn so badly at e4 with the idea that at a certain point I could have pushed this one, and I could have developed my bishop here. So I wanted to push it and harass this knight, but problem is now I can't go here, and if I bring my knight here for pushing this pawn, then the threat is like this pawn push is coming, then I again have to go back, which I didn't want to go for. But anyhow, I wanted to develop my knight. I will develop my knight here with the idea simply neglecting the threat that this pawn is falling, with the idea that once pawn takes pawn, I'll develop my knight because now this push is not possible, and then I will go for this e4 with the idea this bishop is taking this pawn and she doesn't have any defense. Now let's go for it, and I develop my knight f3, b takes c4, knight c3, g6, e4 with the similar idea. Now I'm attacking this pawn, bishop g7, bishop takes c4, now kingside castling, and I will also do the same. Bishop a6. Now here, after playing the bishop a6, I felt this is not so good move because she is simply offering me the trade. On the other hand, like if you see, her bishop could have gone here and pinned this knight, and as her pawns all are in the dark square, this light square bishop is simply deadly. But on the other hand, if you see my bishop is not doing much here. It's obstructed by its own piece, so this is not good for me. So I wanted to simply exchange, so I just trade it off. Knight takes, rook comes, and this rook is so deadly. You just see having the open file and attacking the pawn base. And I developed my queen with the idea that I am protecting this pawn. Now rook can't take. On the other hand, I am also attacking this knight. On the other hand, I am also protecting this pawn. So this is kind of multi-purpose move, so she had to react. Now here she bring the queen with the idea now like she is attacking this knight. Like at some point maybe knight could have gone here and attack this knight, and this pawn base is also attacked by the rook. So many tactical possibilities are possible. At the same time, she is also protecting her own knight because now I simply can't take the knight. Okay, now here I played knight g5, which is a mistake because this knight is not threatening anything at all. I could have gone this rook here or something else. Maybe I could have gone rook here as well, protecting this pawn, but knight g5 is not simply accomplishing anything. It's not attacking this, not attacking these. Like even if at some point this push I had to go back, so this doesn't make any sense. But I thought to go some kind of attack like that, or maybe at some point I would push this and I could have brought, but the engine showing this is a strong move. This is a mistake. So she replied with the similar plan. Knight goes back, and now this knight is under attack by the bishop. This queen is also attacking this knight. So this knight is like, and even this rook is like attacking the pawn base. So she went, now I went here with the idea that as this file is so deadly, I had to block this file. Here I took the maximum time, that with the idea that if she takes, I am going to take, and if bishop takes, I will go and I will occupy this file and I will try to create some play over here. And if she doesn't take, if she might be thinking that I can bring my rook here, I can activate another rook, then I will simply block this file with the bishop, with the knight. So she took me, and here I took the rook, but then bishop takes. Now you just see this queen is under attack, this rook is falling, or this rook will fall. So I just went with this move with the idea that I am attacking this pawn, I am also attacking this knight. So she had to act carefully. She took my rook. Now I simply can't take this one because this takes and checkmate will come in the back rank. So I had to take the bishop. Once bishop takes, and knight goes back and supporting this pawn with this queen. At the same time, this knight is also protected by this knight. Here I just pushed this pawn with the idea that at some point if queen exchange happens, or maybe if I leave the rook, maybe this back rank mate will come. So just made some square for king to escape. Here she offered me the trade. Now here I don't have really good move. I could have gone here, or else I could have accepted the trade. If I accepted the trade, she would have taken with the pawn and simply great connected pawn. This pawn is too weak, and this will be very easy win for black. So I didn't take, rather I developed my rook with the idea, now if you take my queen, my rook will come in the 7th rank and this pawn and this knight will be under attack, so I can have some play here. So she took me, I took the queen, and now simply protecting this pawn. And here the pawn push, the idea is like I don't want to go here with the knight. Now if you take with the knight, I'm going to take this one, then this knight is weak, this pawn is weak, and I can centralize my knight and I can attack this pawn with the idea if you take with the pawn, then I can simply go back, and then in the later I can bring my knight back and I can attack this pawn and I can win the pawn. So here simply as per plan I'm attacking this pawn now, and she is bringing her rook, and this pawn is so deadly, she is going to promote this one, and this is the threat for me. Now I have to stop that. Now centralizing the knight, this knight is not doing anything here, no attack at all, so I am simply attacking this pawn. She had to move, and once move, knight comes as a blockage, and now knight is simply into the game and blocking this one. And moving this pawn, she is thinking to push this one at some time, even bringing the king into the game. And here I just moved the bishop with the idea that this 3 piece you can see now simply stuck here. Now she can't move this knight because I will take this knight, and then rook takes, so piece will fall. She can't move this knight as well, then this knight will fall. She simply can't leave this rook as well, then this knight will fall. So these 3 pieces are simply protecting each other, whereas my 2 piece only attacking, and my rook in the 7th rank. My knight is doing great here. I will simply develop my king, and then I will bring the knight into the game. So as per plan, she developed her king. I am also centralizing my king, and here she played simply e6, and which is blunder. Can you see the move? What I should play here? Remember, this is a blitz game. Here on the clock, she had around 56 seconds and I had 48 seconds left. Now here she just played this move, and this is a blunder. Pause the game here and just comment what should white play here. Okay, hopefully you got it. If not, then simply enjoy the game. Here the idea is now this knight is pinned for the king. So I can take on this knight, and once if rook takes, I am going to take this knight with a check and winning a knight. So simply I went for that. Rook takes, going for a check, and king leaps. So now I could have taken that, but I thought that the central pawn are too strong. She might come here. She can harass my knight, and maybe some central attack will be there. She might be trying to push this pawn and can promote. So just to stop them, I just bring my rook here with the idea that I am going to take this one. If you are not careful, this is pinned. She can't take it, but she brought her rook and attacking my knight. But first I took it with a check. Now she had to go back, and now bringing the knight back, and again pawn push. And now I went for rook here for the this is a threat, so I should stop this threat first. And rook had to come here to protect that because she can't push it, then again it will fall. So this is the move only she could have protected her pawn. And here I developed my knight with the idea now knight is protecting this, knight is not allowing to push it, and if she tries to go back, I can simply win the pawn. king. I am simply centralizing the king and centralizing the king, going for it, and here took the pawn because this pawn doesn't have any move. Here after taking, I just went here at e5, and this is a mistake computer telling, with the idea that she had now idea like she could have gone here and I had to sack my knight for that, but she couldn't get it. Rather, she took my pawn, and here you just see this is a simple win with the idea that she could have, now she can promote that pawn, but before that she will be checkmated here. Now just see how the checkmate happened over the board, and now pushing this pawn, I'm not afraid, going for a check. Now she had to go back in the back, and now creating some mating net, and again push. She is going to promote the queen, but I'm not afraid. I am going to give checkmate here. Now she can't simply can't promote because the checkmate will come. So she just making some space over here. Now bringing the knight with the check. King goes at f7 and discover check. And again king leaps. Now again with the mating threat here. She can't promote, but I am going to give a checkmate here. So she had to move something so that king can escape. So she moved here. Now her idea is like, if I go for a checkmate, like a mating net, she will try to escape over here. So I had to block that. So without taking that, I simply went and for pawn push. Now she doesn't have this square to escape, and even if she promotes, she is going to be checkmated here. So she just moved it, and here it comes a mate. So that's it. Hopefully you love the game, and I will be giving the Lichess game link in the description. If you want, you can go and check out the game, and you can analyze it further. You can see, like, if you know the ideas, if you know the theory, how quickly you can come up with new ideas, even how quickly you can figure out the tactical possibilities arises from the game. So hopefully you learned something from the game as well. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.